Joining me right now in an exclusive interview on the telephone from Riyadh with his views is Kingdom Holding Company Chairman, His Royal Highness Prince Alwaleed Bin Talal. Prince Alwaleed, thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be with you, Maria.
Yeah, Your Highness, it's wonderful to have you back here on the program. First off, you've been critical of Donald Trump in the past. What is your take on President-elect Donald Trump and this victory?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yeah, I'd just like to correct you, Maria. I was not critical of Mr. Trump at all. I was critical of what he said about Islam. I never interfered in U.S. politics. I never talked about his policy on immigration, about fiscal plans, about the building the wall, etc. I only was critical of him when he attacked Islam. But as you know, that Mr. Trump has taken out from his website all those comments that were offending to our religion, Islam, and accordingly, all the reasons that caused the skirmishes between me and Mr. Trump have disappeared. So we're back on track right now. I tweeted, congratulating him, and I was in contact with him through his daughter Ivanka, through a common friend. And I'm in direct contact with him also through Mr. Tom Barak, who is our common friend also. So things are on track now with Mr. Tom Barak, with Mr. Trump, the President-elect of the United States of America.
Yes, I was referring to that tweet last December, Your Highness, when you tweeted out, "You are a disgrace, not only to the GOP, but to all of America. Withdraw from the U.S. presidential race, as you will never win." Now, after the election, we have that tweet as well. You say, "President-elect, whatever the past differences, America has spoken. Congratulations and best wishes for your presidency." That was very elegant of you. Let me ask you about that. And in terms of his views on Islam, do you think his views have changed? Do you think that he has gotten a better handle on the extremism that we're talking about, in particular ISIS?
Yeah. I said, and I like to repeat, that we have to differentiate between candidate Trump and President-elect Trump and President Trump. And we're seeing him progressing from being somehow more aggressive in his outside studies and policies. And we have seen him right now taming and tuning down the rhetoric of the campaign. And we saw that, for example, after his meeting with President Obama, where he began accepting certain portions of the Obamacare. So I think, I think since the campaign right now is behind us, we have to look at President-elect Trump right now and what he says, and more crucially and more importantly, when he's inaugurated officially sometime in January, and that's where the real President Trump will begin talking, and we have to begin hearing him at that time.
Yes. Prince Alwaleed, one of the probably biggest things that pushed Donald Trump over the edge was ISIS, and the fact that we are seeing this extremism and these tragedies across the world with these maniacs, frankly, killing people. So let me ask you this. As an incredibly important person yourself in Saudi Arabia, royalty in the world, as a Muslim, and as a Saudi Arabian citizen as well, what do you think the answer is to destroy and defeat ISIS? We know that they have a new threat out, telling America that they want to kill Americans on the Thanksgiving Day and Thanksgiving Day parade. So from someone as important as yourself and with the leadership that you exhibit, what do you think should be done?
Yeah, without any doubt that any aggressive position and any aggressive stand by the existing administration of Mr. Obama or the coming administration of Mr. Trump that takes against ISIS will be welcomed by the Arab world and more especially by Saudi Arabia, because we are feeling the impact of terrorism in Saudi Arabia. Having said that, we will support for sure Mr. Trump's efforts to try to eradicate ISIS from being a threat to United States and Saudi Arabia. And we're seeing right now the major fight in Mosul, whereby we hope that that Mosul will go back to the Iraqi regime, and this will be a big setback for ISIS. So rest assured that Saudi Arabia and the Arab world, and if not all the Arab world, but the whole Islamic world, will be backing Mr. Trump in his effort to really fight ISIS and eradicate them, because ISIS is a common enemy of Saudi Arabia, the Arab world, United States, and the whole world.
What do you think Saudi Arabia can do to better fight ISIS? Does the Royal Kingdom have plans to work with America in terms of defeating ISIS?
Oh, I mean, remember that Saudi Arabia's planes are already part of the coalition attacking ISIS to the north of our borders. Remember, Saudi Arabia is already fighting ISIS inside Saudi Arabia. I mean, remember, we had so many terrorist acts here that were ISIS-related. So really, we are in this fight together, not only externally through our alliance with the United States and the coalition by having daily bombardment of their areas in Iraq and Syria, but also we're fighting ISIS internally in Saudi Arabia. So we're in it together here.
Yeah, what do you want to say to critics, Prince Alwaleed, that Saudi Arabia should be doing more and is not doing enough to make sure to eradicate these killers?
Okay, rest assured that Saudi Arabia has done its best, will do its best, and will continue doing its best to eradicate this common enemy. Remember, Saudi Arabia is a peaceful country. After all, the word Islam comes from the word peace. So what's happening right now with ISIS is against our religion, is against our ethics, is against our principles, and it goes without saying that Saudi Arabia is at the vanguard of the Arab world and Islamic world in fighting this and trying to eradicate this disease that's spreading now in the whole world called ISIS.